everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. I'm very excited today because we're doing a collab with Corey from Colorfully Optimistic. I will have all her stuff linked in the description box down below. This is my first time collabing with anybody, so I'm slightly nervous. I don't want to mess it up, but I'm also really excited. So it turns out that Corey and I only live about 45 minutes away from each other. We both live in Utah, northern Utah. And yes, so when I realized that and realized she was doing a whole Hannah Karlzon thing in July, and I've been doing Hannah Karlzon for the last few months, I thought, this is a good opportunity. So, yes, so we're doing a collaboration, which I've never done. So we're also doing a buddy color, which I've also never done. So I just feel like I'm doing a lot of new things here, so I'm a little bit nervous. Anyways, so we're going to color this double page spread. You can find this in Daydreams or in the Grains of Gold or Gold Corn book. And I'll have those linked down in the description box down below so you can find them. This is my, I don't know, strange version that I got off of Etsy. But I love the paper in this book, so we are going to color this one. So what's going to happen is I'm going to color this page, and then I'm going to go give my book to Corey, and she's going to color this page. So we'll have a nice little side by side, they're looking at each other. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And then vice versa. I will color this side in her book. So I will have her stuff linked in the description box down below so you can find her videos on this as well. All right, so we can use any medium we want. So that's a little bit scary, but because we know how I like to throw everything at the page, and I don't, I gotta be nice, can't be doing too much weird stuff, right? All right, so I've kind of picked this hummingbird kind of palette here. I really like it. I think this will work well for us. I've kind of planned it out, and because I want it to be a hummingbird, I think I'm going to change his beak to be a hummingbird beak because they're like long and skinny. His is kind of short and stubby. So I have drawn it with a very light pencil, and then this is a 0.3 fine liner. Let's see if I can draw this in. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn my page so that I can see what I'm doing. All right, so now he has a hummingbird beak to work with, and I'm going to take a little, well, I'm gonna let it dry for a minute, and we'll do that in a minute, so we'll make sure it's dry. Okay, so I think we're gonna do the the background last because it will take a lot of time, and I need to film what I need to film while my children are not here. So that is my plan. All right, so I have Tombow markers because that's how we roll around here. We kind of put a marker base down so that it doesn't take as long to color and that I get some vibrant colors, and I just like to work that way. I don't have a ton of time to color, so I like to lay it out with some markers first. So these are water-based markers. They're Tombow, they're brush nib, and they will not bleed through the paper like alcohol markers do. So this is my chartreuse color. It is 173. We have our blue. This is 555. I also want it for the adornments, but I kind of want it for the background of this headpiece. So we will map that in. All right. Okay. Now for like these little tiny dots and stuff, like I'm going to use a gel pen to put them back in. So we don't need to really worry about those. They're very small. We don't want to fret about them too much. But I think I will go ahead and put the chartreuse on like these circles. Okay. All right, then let's grab the yellow. So we want yellow stars. So let's see. Just gonna take a little acrylic white paint on a teeny tiny brush. We'll see if we can. I'm gonna white this out a little bit in here. Sorry about my turban, my twisty turban up there. Maybe I could get this sponsored by Twisty Turban, you know? Just kidding, nothing is sponsored. I'm not that important. All right, let's see here. We'll let that dry for a minute and then we will color that yellow as well. Okay, oh, you know what? Down around these gems should be yellow as well, I think. Okay. Ooh, look at that, I like it already. My goodness, we could just call it a day. Okay, I'm gonna grab this purple 636. Okay, then our last color in our combination here is going to be this like teal kind of color, and maybe it's 373. That is the one thing I don't like, is that a lot of the numbers have come off. So I think it's 373. Whew, all right, we've got that base coat in. I think she looks pretty dang good. I put the chartreuse in the eye. I thought that would be really nice. I think the beak looks, you know, fairly good. I think it'll look better when we get some pencil on him, but I think it worked. All right, let's do her skin. I don't like water-based markers for skin. I think it can be very splotchy, so I don't tend to unless I'm gonna put like gelatos or something over the top of it, which I don't really want to do. So we're just gonna go straight in with pencil. Let's base coat it just with the 927. This is light peach. So I'm gonna put this all over her skin. Give us just something on the page to work with, so we're not, so we're not working just on white paper. Maybe my pencil will cooperate. Pencil, sharpen, please. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm just gonna use a light pressure and just put something on the page. Again, so we're not working on white, because sometimes white can be intimidating. So we're just gonna put this down so that we have something to work on. Again, just light pressure. We'll even put it on our lips. Light pressure. Ooh. Okay, and then we'll come over. I'm gonna have this be like, you know, see-through. So we're gonna have some skin tone in here. You can take your time, just relax into it, because it can be, I don't know, I find it very relaxing, very soothing. So just enjoy your time with the page. And yeah, you can definitely take your time. I get comments about how fast I color. One, I'm like trying to do it quickly for a video and I'm not just, you know, relaxing on my couch or whatever. And two, I speed up my videos. So, and I'm not that fast. So make sure you know, take your time and enjoy the process and just relax into it. I have my own pictures that I do for myself that I take forever on. One, because I don't have a ton of time to do it just by myself, like, or I'm coloring at a park or at a splash pad or, you know, while my kids play. So yeah, then I definitely am taking my time and just enjoying it. And then I'm going to go to my darkest skin color, which is the Chestnut 1081. These are Prismacolors. Did I forget to mention that? I love my Prismacolors. Yeah, I love them. I try to use other pencils and then I always come back to them. I know that some people have issues with them breaking or cracking, and I just figure they're cheap enough, $1.29 open stock, that I'll deal with those issues just so I can use them because I love them so much. Yeah, we're gonna put this in the shadows, so along in those shadow areas, we're gonna put this color. Put it down the side of her hair strand here. I'm using everything like a light pressure right now, just nothing too strenuous. We're gonna map out all our shadows with this. I have noticed that my videos that I film in the evening are much more chatty. I seem to have much more to talk about. I'm much more alive. And I'm filming this in the morning because my husband has my kiddos out. He took them to the dentist and I was gonna go to like Sportsman Warehouse and stuff. And so that I had time to film in a quiet house. And so yes, I am filming in the morning. And I get up in the mornings, like I don't sleep in. I'm up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But it is because I live with 3 little boys and a husband who are all morning people. And so they're up and my dog's up and she wants me to take her for a walk. And so like, I have to get up. So I get up and I take her for a walk and, you know, I get started with my day. But I just never like, I don't know, it's chatty. I don't feel as good in the mornings. But, and then in the evenings, like, it's like I come alive. And I was saying this to my husband. I'm like, I live with all you morning people and you science-based people, but my husband's a pharmacist. I'm like, you're taking away my creativity because I would do better. I'm more creative if I could just like stay up until 2 in the morning and then sleep until 11 o'clock in the morning, or what did I just say? See, it's early. It's too early for this. I would do better if I could stay up until 2 o'clock and then sleep in until 11 or something in the morning. That would be so much better. I'd be so much more creative and get so much more done because I just feel better during those hours and feel more creative and more alive. But instead I like set alarms to go to bed. Like I have an alarm that goes off at 10 o'clock at night to tell me to like, you got half an hour to wind down and be asleep, you know, get ready for bed, and so that I'm in bed by 10:30, and then I take melatonin to go to sleep, and because I don't know, it's just not the natural, what my body wants to do naturally is to stay up all night and sleep all day. Oh dear. Okay, so her, you know, her chin and everything's going to cast a shadow down on her neck here, and then we've got this adornment piece that's also casting shadows. So I'm just trying to kind of give an idea of where my shadows are going to be, probably across the back of her neck as well. But right now I'm just trying to map it in so it doesn't need to be really clean or anything. Just doing this lightly, and we can always build up color and everything later too, so nothing has to be perfect right now. Okay, then up on her face we have the head piece here. Okay, so that's our chestnut color. Can you give us an idea of where we're gonna want those shadows? Maybe I'll put like a little here. Again, this doesn't have to be clean and precise. This is just a light dusting to keep us on track later. So I'm kind of taking a step back and looking at her and seeing maybe what I've missed, maybe what still needs a little thought, you know, just take a step back or take a picture and look at the picture. Anything that kind of changes your perspective of what you're doing. Help you. You can turn it upside down and look at it, see if there's anything you feel you've missed. But you can always add things later too. All right. I'm going to go to nectar. Now this is like my next step down. So we're going to take nectar and we're going to take it right over the top of the chestnut and then fade it out. And again, I'm going to use a light hand, nothing strenuous, everything is very light touch. Prismas don't need a heavy hand. One reason I absolutely love them. So to just put down that layer. We'll blend it all later. So just get it on the page. So over the chestnut and fade it out. You want to make sure your pencil is sharp. Everything lays down better if it is sharp. Actually, I think I want to sharpen this one a little bit more even. Just give it a little twist there. Okay. Right over the top of that chestnut, and then just fade it out a little bit. Go past the chestnut. Nice light hand. Just scribble the color on there. Get it on the page. Nothing needs to be neat and perfect right now. Again, just go over the top of the chestnut and fade it out. We put that chestnut there as a guide of where we want those shadows, where we want to start. Okay. All right, we will take another step down to, what is this one called? Peach. Peach. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go start way back here on the chestnut. We'll start way back here on the chestnut and we're going to go right over the top and past it, you know, and keep filling in that color. And we're still doing a light pressure. We're still just getting the color on the page. Blend it out, pull things closer together. I have a whole playlist of skin tones. I think I have 2 actually. And we do a lot of portraits, a lot of people coloring on this channel because that's what I enjoy coloring the most is people. I don't know, it's like I like watching them come to life and they become my friends or something. I don't know, I just love them. So I love coloring people and doing lots of different kinds of skin tones. So if you want a different skin tone but you don't know how to do it, go look up those playlists and see if there's something there that you would like better. 'Cause she can be any tone you want her to be. Okay, now comes the fun part. We get to blend all of this together. Now we have a couple of ways to do that. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to take my lightest color, the light peach that we laid down first, and I'm going to kind of pressure blend these all together. Now by doing this I am adding pressure into my stroke, and so if you are someone who has arthritis or pain in their hands and cannot put pressure, then this may not be the blending style for you. Then I would recommend getting some odorless mineral spirits. There's Gamsol, there's Mona Lisa spirits, there's tons of different brands of it. I would get that and then like a paper stump and very lightly put a little bit, dip your paper stump in, shake it off so it's not dripping, it's not too wet, very lightly, and then you can blend out your color that way. With that, you need to make sure that you have enough color on your page, so you may want to put another coat of the light peach down all over before you do that, but just another light layer, and then use the Gamsol or the odorless mineral spirits to do that. People ask if like baby oil and stuff. I don't know. I've never used it. Maybe it works just as well. It's not something I have laying around my house. I have odorless mineral spirits, so that's what I use. So I don't know about the baby oil. So I'm going to take the light peach and I'm going to start back in that darkest spot and bring it forward. And this is when I'm going to concentrate more. This is when I'm going to, be more precise about what I'm doing. And I want to keep my pencil sharp. So as I go, I'm going to rotate my pencil, make sure I'm working on a flat or a sharp point on my pencil. If it gets too dull, I'm going to sharpen it. And Prismas wear down. They don't stay as pointed as long as an oil-based pencil. But again, I love working with them so much that I put up with it, and I don't mind since they are fairly affordable open stock. So I do have my colors that I go through a lot, and light peach is one of them. Cream is another. Those light colors that I blend with, I do tend to go through quite a few pencils. And I just order a few at a time when open stock. So yeah, I don't care. Okay, so as we get into these lighter areas, we want to lighten our pressure a little bit and just make a nice soft kind of gradient into those areas. And we can go over them a few times. See how nice that, you can see the difference from what I haven't blended and what I have. but it is using kind of that pressure and kind of smushing the color together rather than continually building up color. And it's just what you do with a wax-based rather than an oil-based. You wouldn't be able to do this with an oil-based pencil. You just have to keep building up layers until it blends and does, you know, and it works. That does great. It takes more time. And, you know, I just like to work quickly. I like things that come together quicker. But I do, you know, sometimes I use a oil-based pencil and take my time, and it's fun in its own way. All right, so let's like zoom out a little bit so we can really see her from a little bit of a distance. Ooh, here we go. Now I've grabbed espresso. This is $10.99. And this is darker, and what I want to do now is just pick out those spots that I think need to be a little bit darker. Now I'm going back to a very light touch. Like, oh my goodness, what is with this pencil? Very light touch. And we're just going to add some darkness to a few spots because we want a little bit, you know, we want to make sure we have that contrast there in the areas that we want it. Okay. So we're very lightly just adding this color in. My battery died. Okay, so I do think this is easier if you kind of like take a step back from your picture and really just like see where things maybe aren't standing out, you know, like just if I step back, I can kind of see it, you know, if I'm right with my nose pressed into the paper. There's my turban, hair turban again, twisty turban. If I have my nose pressed into the paper, like I'm not seeing those spots, you know, that need to be a little bit darker. But if I like pull back and really, you know, take in the whole thing, then I can see, oh, you know, I really think it should be a little darker in here. So let's go ahead and add some of that. So take a step back. Again, like take a picture with your phone and look at it on your phone and decide, you know. That's a great way to see your picture like all at once rather than looking at each tiny little spot individually. All right, I think I'm really liking the way she's looking. Now, if there's anything that you've laid down this color and you think, oh my gosh, that's way too harsh, I wish I hadn't done that, I wish it was softer, just go back and grab your lightest color again, your light peach, and just blend it out a little bit. It's okay. Just blend it out. You'll get it to fade back in. It'll be okay. So, yeah, I really like it though. Okay, she needs some lips. Let's grab Tuscan Red. Let me zoom in on these lips a little bit. Okay, Tuscan Red. And I'm just going to do this very lightly. I'm going to put it kind of in the middle of her mouth here. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of Mahogany Red and go over the top of it and blend it out a little bit and go a little around the outside edge. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to take going to take nectar. Add just a little more pressure. And blend that out. That's nice. It just gives her a little bit of more color to her lips. I'm just taking that nectar and kind of blending out around that eye a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm going to take that chestnut and we're going to put in these few little freckles. That she has. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna get right up in here. Let's start with our chartreuse color. Where did my sharpener go? Oh, it's over there. Okay. So for chartreuse, I've pulled 3 colors I can use. I have Spring Green 913, and then chartreuse 989. And then yellow chartreuse, which is 1004. All right. So let's kind of look at, oh my goodness, those gems down here I think is a good spot. So let's take the Spring Green and we can put some of that in there. More along the edges. And then we'll use the chartreuse. And we can put a little of that in there. Just kind of sporadically. And again with the yellow chartreuse, just kind of sporadically put them in there. And then what's going to make your gems here is a white gel pen, or you can use like a Posca paint pen, or even white acrylic on a liner brush. You want to just kind of white out those lines inside the gems. Okay, I think it needs just a little bit darker. Let's grab the peacock green and we'll just go on the one side of it. Just darken up the one side. Oh yeah, that I like quite a bit. There we go. Just darken it up. Yeah, that's really pretty. Okay, I'll use those colors like on all the little bits of green. Like we could do him up here. We have our spring green. And then the chartreuse. And the yellow chartreuse. Get him a little lighter spot on his back. And then I'm going to take that peacock green because I just like that contrast, a little bit of darker. I do like that. We'll kind of put it around. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, so we'll do that with those chartreuse colors. And then with the yellow, I'm going to grab a color that I did not grab the first time. Let's see. because it's missing. Where is it? Oh, it's because I've been using it on the other picture. Okay, so let's take yellow ochre on the yellow here. We'll take some yellow ochre to give some shading. That, I love it. Okay, and then I have some canary yellow that we'll also just kind of put in there and just help blend out that yellow ochre. How simple is that? Love it, and it brings so much to it. All right, I'm gonna grab black cherry for the purple, and it's going to darken a little bit, almost to black. Like, it is dark. Okay, I took my hair out. I've been doing this for like 2 hours. Okay, and then we're using violet in here. And it's just kind of to clean it up, get every little spot covered, make sure it looks kind of clean in there. And then let's take, this is lavender, which is lighter, and let's add like a little bit of that in there. Do you see how it kind of makes it pop a little bit? Just kind of, and we can put, we're gonna put like white highlights and stuff on things too, so I know that this is dark. And it might be darker than what you're comfortable with, but I think it looks pretty good there. So we're gonna do that on those purples. And then on the blue, we're gonna take blue indigo. And peacock blue. And some Mediterranean blue. Okay, so the indigo, let's put it in here. And don't worry about all those little tiny dots. You don't want to color around them. So just go ahead and color over the top of them, and we'll add them back in with gel pen. It'll be okay. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't even know if I want this. Let's see. No. Okay. So the Mediterranean blue in there too, just to kind of highlight it a little bit. And it just kind of cleans it up. Like, do you see the difference between here and here? It just kind of helps clean it up, makes it look good. All right, so there is that. We're gonna do with the blue. And then for our hair, the teal that we have going on, I might even want to add this. Okay, let's take a piece of her hair and do, and then I'm going to go color all the rest of this with these color combinations on my own, and then come back and finish her up with a background and gel pen. Okay, so let's start with peacock green, and we're going to put that in the back, like at the root here, and flick it forward. Okay, and if there's any shadow spots, then we want to put this color in there. We always want to move in the direction that the hair is flowing and never perpendicular to it. So always with the hair, not this way. We want to go with the hair. Not this way. That'll make it look really strange. Okay, so with the hair. Okay, we'll just kind of do this piece here. So flick it in there. Okay, and we want a sharp pencil as well. Then we're going to take Aquamarine 905. And I'm going to start way back here at the root and pull it forward. And when my stroke ends, my pencil is no longer touching the paper. Just kind of a nice flicking motion. Just gonna flick that in. Okay, and then we're gonna take the light aqua. I want to make sure it's sharp. Sophie, don't you start. Right. We'll take the light aqua and we're going to pull that through as well. And we can, like, you know, blend with it, but we still want to make sure that we're going in the same direction that the hair is going. So if there's like some spots and you're like, oh, I really want to get that in there, that's fine, but just make sure you're still moving in the same direction. Okay. Hair can take forever, okay? So just enjoy it. And that's why I'm going to do a lot of it off camera. I want to go back to that aqua. I think I need some more aqua in here. Just think I want a little more. I love this color combination. Isn't it beautiful? So pretty. Okay, and then this is what we're looking at. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the blue indigo to just darken up that root a little bit. Yeah, I really like that. All right. Okay, I'm going to go work on all of those color combinations because I've been sitting here for 2 hours. So when I'm back, when I'm done with all of this, oh, that's exciting. I just tipped over my thing of pencil shavings. So I'm going to go vacuum that and finish this coloring, and then we will do the background and our gel pens. But she's looking very pretty. I really am enjoying these color combinations, so I'll be right back. Okay, got her hair done. I did not shade the purple because I just think it's too dark. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this Jelly Roll pen. This is the Metallic 524, and we're actually going to put this on the purple. Let's see if how it does. Yeah. See if it will just look a little bit better. Not so dark. I should have picked a lighter marker and then shaded it to be that dark, but I didn't. So, I don't know how many of you have noticed. I know at least one of you has, because you have commented to me that my videos at some point in the last few months have like shrunk, and I can't answer why. Like, I cannot figure it out. I have tried to fix it. I don't know. I've never touched or changed anything on my camera or my program that I edit to make this change. And yes, so apparently you cannot turn my video quality up any higher than about like 480 or something. And yet when I like look on my camera, it says it's recording at 1080. So I don't know what is going on, and this is not the first problem in the last year or so that has come up with my camera. And I have been looking at other cameras, but again, I have a hard time making large purchases like that. So it has taken me until now. I have ordered a new camera. It is coming. So bear with me until I get that set up and doing it better. And I hope that I don't have too big of a learning curve when trying to set that camera up, because let me tell you. I'm sure that my eye here has a little shading. Okay, so I love that purple so much more. Don't you think that's better? Like if when we like have a little sparkle in there. And I like it. Okay, perfect. Now we also need, I'm gonna use this for the little tiny dots that we like covered up right along the edge. This is, again, the metallic 526. I like went through all of my grains to see like what would be the closest to this chartreuse color, and it was this one. So, and I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, really cute. We'll do like these here too. And then I want to grab a gold gel pen and do just the little strands between the beads. I accidentally added one on one side, so I'll just add it to the other side. Oh, you can't even see it anyways. Okay, so I'm going to grab the gold metallic. This is number 551, if I can see that small. And I will just put that on the little strand in between. She is so stinking pretty. I love her color combo. Oh, I am trying to decide if I really want to do a background because she is so pretty. I decided to put in a black background. I think it's lovely. I love it. It just makes her pop. Ooh, so excited. So if you don't know how I do my black backgrounds, I have a couple of options for you. You want to use something that's matte. So like professional acrylic paint is more glossy, and so that's not a good, it's not a good fit. So you want either an acrylic paint that you might have to do more than one layer. What I like to paint on is black gesso. I love it. It's nice and matte, and this is one coat. Like I don't have to do two coats. This is, it's just jet. It's amazing. I love it. This is my favorite. If you are scared of a paintbrush, then you can do Posca paint pens that come in a bazillion different sizes so that you can get around anything that you need to get around. They are lovely. I have them in my favorites Amazon list down there in the description box if you need it. It's the daytime now, so my kids are home, so if you hear background noise, that's what that is. Yes, I am so excited about this. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I love it. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else. I just, maybe I'll take some white paint or a white gel pen, and like just make sure I have like a few little highlights here and there. I love this color combination. I think like this color of green, a peacock blue or green is just my favorite. That's what color my room is, you guys. My art room that I spend all my time in, my walls are like a peacock green color, and I love it. It makes me feel so nice and calm and at peace. A couple years ago, was it been a couple years? Oh my gosh. When I was in therapy, I needed it for my own mental health. I had been through a lot. And that was one thing that she said, was to make my bedroom like kind of an oasis, and like to redecorate it in a way that makes me feel calm and, you know, just at peace anytime I go in there. And so we did, but then I was also like, I spend more time in my art room, and so my husband let me do my art room too. So they are the same color, this beautiful peacock green. I'll like insert a picture or something so you guys can see. This is fun. I just like keeping it in the same kind of flow, but adding some white. Maybe we'll add a few bigger ones too. So pretty. And I'm so glad I extended his beak. He just looks like more like a hummingbird, and I like that a lot. So lovely, lovely, lovely. Do you know what I never did? I never shaded like this purple here because we used the gel pen, but I think we should a little bit. This is violet, just because I like the dark purple there. Don't really want the gel pen there. So we'll just finish him up because I want to make sure she's perfect, because she's gonna go to Corey, and Corey gets to love on her, and I get to love on whatever Corey's done. Oh, I'm so excited to see. Guys, I'm so excited. And I'm really nervous about coloring in Corey's book, but it will be fun. Hopefully she's not opposed to some markers and paint in her coloring book, because if I can't do that, I don't know what I'll do. So, okay, you guys, I have thoroughly enjoyed coloring this page. I hope I can edit this in a way that's not a bazillion hours long, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that you go and watch Corey's video at Colorfully Optimistic. Go watch her video, go see what she's done with her page, and yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you find time to relax, to take some deep breaths, let that tension go, and throw some color around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!